Amazon saw something we didn't about the online marketplace and retail sales. We're gonna fail if we try to out Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
We have to find our own niche and mine that out and keep growing. I think running is the short, specific trials to try it out. One of the things I would tell therapists if they take my mat-based class, I tell them this all the time. They'll take the intro class, they love the mat-based work, they're like, I want to do this. I don't even want to work on a table anymore. And I go, okay, so how are you going to transition the clients you already have from table to mat? And they're like, oh. And I go, okay, go to your email list, go to your social media, and tell all of your people, listen, for this month, I will give you a 90-minute mat-based session for the price of an hour table-based. What do they hear?
Just
30. Oh my God, I got 33 minutes of massage.
Yeah.
And the students will say, "Oh, dude, the mat work is way easier." Okay, so sell that because you got to steer them. That's why you use a discount. You're trying to steer them to a certain kind of behavior.
Yeah.
You're trying to steer them a certain direction. You're trying to steer them towards something that gives you more value. Because you're like, hey, well, I like the table tie. I really want to try this. Then you're giving a discount to try to steer that behavior. Do you have sales Christmas?
No.
I mean, it's your business. In the end, I won't look down on you. If you run Groupon tomorrow, I won't look down on you. Absolutely. A lot of massage therapists do Groupon very, very successfully, but they have to do Groupon successfully by her getting those clients in. New people, they've never worked with her. They like her massage, they connect with her.
Fairly well.
And she says, listen, we gave you a 50% discount today. If you buy a package of 5 right now, I'll extend the same Groupon discount through you. Can you do that legally?
I've already done it.
Did it work?
For the most, yeah.
Yeah.
Not
If
everybody
you-
came back, but enough
If you
came back
don't
that made
rebook
sense.
them,
Right.
if you don't rebook them, that's where
I know
the
it
challenge
doesn't
is.
work.
Doesn't work for ski
Right.
I favor value added.
I do a coach's discount, and that's been pretty successful, I've noticed.
What kind of coaches?
Running coaches, any coach, doesn't matter.
Football.
Yeah,
Just
football,
baseball.
athletic coaches in general. Yeah.
Can you provide value? If I had the time and I wasn't in a situation where I'm like running the jam the way I was, I would go to the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu studio, offer the guy who runs it a free session, and then say, listen, I'd love to come in and work with your Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu students. I'll actually teach them a little bit for free just to run a Thai massage jam at your place. I gave him a free session, said I want to teach your students how to work on each other. What's he going to say? Then I go to a yoga studio. Hey, you own this yoga studio? Oh, you're one of the yoga teachers, head yoga teacher, head yoga manager, whatever? Give them a session. Can I come in and do a Thai massage jam at your facility and teach people to work on each other? The exposure, I think, is undervalued. It's not just people paying for a session. It's they know about you. They know about you. They're talking about you. Exposure. Why coaches?
Because they coach people and they give advice to people.
He's trading.
Referrals.
He's trading value. His discount is I'll give it to you for free, just because you're a coach. Oh,
I used to do it with teachers
exactly.
because I was a teacher.
But it's within your target market. It's within the group of people that you really want to work with because he wants to work with athletes. Yeah.
So starting with teachers was a mistake because I knew how much money they made. I should have started with attracting some other clients.
I mean, the thing is too, you got to look at it this way. Teachers are a limited income. They certainly aren't paid as well as they should be.
But they need massage.
They do.
They do.
Sure,
Absolutely.
everybody needs a massage. It's like then the question is, can teachers not afford $80?
Gonna work on
I think they can. It depends on what they pay for. How much does a new iPhone cost?
it.
They're like, Robert, that's not fair. We need that.
Like I also do specials on, not specials, but I do like contests and things like that on my social media to get followers that are not spam. Like, to me, it's, you know, if I'm on Instagram and it's like, hey, to all my clients, tag your best friend, and then in 2 weeks, I'm gonna draw a winner, and both of y'all can win a massage. And then all their friends that were not normally my clients are now all tagged and aware of my social media. So you're getting more followers that are actual people, and not spam that's coming through too.
So
Good idea.
here's how I look at this, and I'll point you out because you do skincare, something I don't know anything about. So I have an email list with 7,000 people on it.
Mm-hmm.
I have social media where regularly I'll have a video to get like 4,000 views. So if you come over to my place and we set up the camera and you do like a skin, or even I can come to your place.
Mhm.
Can I bring camera equipment to your place?
Yeah.
So I can set up my camera. We can do like a Facebook Live. It'll be kind of funny. Then I can record it with my other camera, maybe a little higher quality. I can take some of it, cut it, edit it. I can take that video, share it through my email list, share it through all of my social media, and put tags and links to all of our social media. Now, why would I not do that?
Why wouldn't you do it?
Because I could easily expose her to 10,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what happens. It's not what you say about you, it's what other people say about you.
Yes.
And I say, yo, I'm Robert, like, I shoot a lot of video, and like I've noticed, I didn't really learn, like as a guy, like how to take care of my skin, and then Emily taught me how, and then it's really, really great. I really recommend her services. She's a total sweetheart. Simple, real simple. If she was looking for a male clientele who was kind of in my age range, that would be probably good. And it's just free exposure. It doesn't cost her anything except a little time to like shoot those video. On the other end, she can cross promote because we can make a Thai massage related video. And then she's talking about her Thai massage stuff. Do you see how we're using our social media and our connections to like cross promote? Like if you come in and do like a quick interview with me and you talk about being a guy in the massage industry, and we talk about like what are the challenges and how does that work and whatever, you're providing more information for people to draw attention. When you have their attention is when you can eventually post a sale.
Yeah.
But it sounded like even when you sent an email, there was value. There was information in the post. I talked to somebody in the pain science community, and the people in the pain science community, basically they took the stance that, well, you already have everything you need. Because they're the Lorax. They're against the they're against the one-slers selling the stuff and cutting down the truffula trees. They're like, people have everything they want. And I'm like, dude, why don't you make yourself a pain science coach? Why don't you get on goddamn Instagram and teach people in chronic pain how to work on themselves if it's so goddamn easy? And they're like, oh, well, and it's like, okay, if you won't, I will. It's fine. But you're giving people value. So even if she just gave them a photo, you said about social media. You made a video yesterday, and then you said, you follow me on social media. What do you follow me on?
Instagram, mostly, but I just started following you yesterday on Facebook.
And when she follows me on Facebook, she's like, oh, I see the food you made. Now, why do I post pictures of food?
Well, I see that on Instagram.
It's like, people are like, oh, curry,
like,
I like
oh,
curry.
yeah.
That's good. It's just because it draws.
I feel like I know you before I even meet you.
Because it focused on connection. When you post photos in your email, what are they?
They're photos of my clients in session. A lot of the stuff that I do is very intimate, so there's only certain things I can post, but yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, we're talking about like cross promotion. So how many of you like the idea of making video and using video as an option to like promote yourself? Now, how many of you are frustrated because you don't have video equipment?
No, I had to stay on my.
I had my camera yesterday.
Okay, well, you know somebody who has video equipment in the studio.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Yes.
Excuses are bullshit. Like, people give excuses all day long. I'm like, dude, if you said, hey, I want to shoot 5 videos, I'm like, okay, you want to work on me? Like, I don't care. Like, you can mash on me and.
I cross-promoted a friend on my Instagram stories today. This is my friend's band. I posted on my stories today that I was at table Thai massage class, and I tagged her in it, and then she reposted on her stories. Hey, this is my girl Emily. She's taking table Thai. She's at her, shows all the time. She's a redhead. Can't miss her.
What's the band name?
Red on yellow.
But the thing is like when it comes to media,
rock and
it
roll.
is
Does that mean
actually
they're
social.
poisonous or not?
Red on yellow.
It is
Kill a
actually
fella.
social.
Red on yellow, kill a fella.
Okay,
Like, it's what people actually connect with and deal with and whatever. Candace is in San Antonio. She runs a gym. She has breast cancer. Candace is a Pilates instructor. As soon as she started running the gym, she got diagnosed. She's going through chemo right now. She sent me a photo earlier because she shaved her head. And she's real sad because she lost her hair. And I'm like, you're fine. Ball's kind of nice. But I'm already talking to her, and I'm like, listen, cancer is going to be a part of your story. And being a cancer survivor is a very part of your story. If you're a Pilates instructor and body worker who's dealt with breast cancer, do people feel easier coming to somebody who's had breast cancer for breast cancer relief? You can use it in your marketing. It's not like there's nothing unethical about it. It's just targeting on who you are as a person. I drink beer. I put that in my social. I hashtagged Fort Collins, Colorado for the New Belgium Brewing Company because I hope to God they sent me like a truck of Fat Tire beer so I can do cartwheels in my yard and go, Fat Tire sponsored me, yay! Hashtag Fat Tire, hashtag New Belgium. You have options.
Yeah.
Just use them. You guys want to get back to body work?
Sure.
Okay. What do we want to work on?
I
You can ask if you have another marketing question. We can keep talking about that while we
I
work.
noticed your friend from yesterday.
Yeah.
Did she leave her mats?
Wendy?
Wendy?
I don't think so.
Well, I saw
She didn't
mats
bring them
in
in.
there. Are those
No, those are
yours?
mine. Yeah. Oh, you're looking for a time massage mat?
Well, I just was wondering if we could look at them and you could tell us how, maybe show us just a little bit of something on the floor,
On the mat?
on the mat.
Okay, maybe towards the end of class. Because I'd have to
Okay.
move the tables
Yeah.
out of the way. Okay. What were you having questions about?
Oh, nothing. I said I'm cool with moving to bodywork too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. Heard some good stuff though.
Yeah, I don't want to overwhelm. I'm very, very hard on myself as an instructor. I always feel like the classes have to be perfect, whatever that means.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna get this out of the way.
Are you okay?
No matter how good it is, I'm always like, oh, it could have been better. You could have done this. You talk too much.
That's why it's not good.
What's that?
And then she broke up with him.
Kicked him out and then started another band because
barely made time.
So what do we want to work on? Triceps. Triceps.
Feet.
everywhere. Just got a red on yellow band.
Tricep. I heard
On
one go for
Instagram.
tricep.
Hamstrings.
Hamstring.
Front of the shin.
So why don't we do this? We'll do triceps and rotator cuff, and then we'll go to hamstrings. How's that sound?
Awesome.
Those would be two good ones. Who wants tricep work? Do you have problems with tricep? You mentioned it, so let me work on you. Can you put the face rest up?
Yeah.
There's some pretty crafty work on triceps and rotator cuff. I'm gonna change the camera angle here. Right over to you.
Sit face down.
Yeah. Which one bothers you, right or left?
They kind of feel equal.
Equal?
Extra ones on the other.
Why does your tricep bother you?
Because I overwork my arms.
How do you overwork your arms?
No longer will you be doing that.
So the first thing I'll do is just come in Luong Dong style.
No, go ahead.
Ooh. And it's usually when the massage therapist is this junction up towards the deltoid. We're right in there, right? Yeah. So this is to the side. I just want to see like what she's got right here.
No.
I'm gonna put her arm comfortably at her side. I want to create enough space right in this connection between the arm and the torso. Which meant instead of having her arm here, this is too small. I want a little platform right there. We're gonna dampen this just a little bit. How's that right there?
It's good.
A little too much pressure.
No.
Still not too much?
No.
That work. How's that right there?
It's good.
More up or more down?
Both.
Both.
Are pretty tight.
Now, more medial or more lateral? Up, okay.
Medial.
In the middle? Medial? Away from the tricep? What we got there?
It's tight. It's
Any tinglies, numb in your hand?
yeah.
Oh.
Circulation.
They get breath for you? Slowly. What did it do to your arm? Did your fingers cramp up
Yeah.
on their own?
Yeah.
Do they seize?
Yes.
She's dead. Happens occasionally.
She's lost her arm.
What is it called? Atachia. If you cut off circulation to people's arms, usually is what I find. Especially people who have like thinner, smaller arms, like you cut off enough blood flow to their hand will
Yeah.
They'll like seize up. I'm not lying. They'll seize up, and then they're like sometimes they'll freak out because what it feels like is their arm will start to buzz. I'm like, is your arm buzzing? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, listen. The arm buzz will continue. It'll grow. Your hand might like freak out. Don't worry about it. Because if I tell them, then it's safe. When they don't know what's going on, they're like, I'm having a seizure. Stroke. Because I saw her fingers and it's weird. I'm like, oh, she froze up there. It just flushed blood through there, right?
Yeah.
When you were done. Now, how does this feel now?
It feels like it's moving around now. Like there's actual
Blood
flow
flow.
of blood coming out.
Yeah. Good stuff. So, tricep.
And you find people that are sitting in desks long periods that have rotator cuff issues also have tricep issues.
Yes. So, I'm trying to place her. How's that right there? How's that?
It's a borderline pressure, yeah.
Say it again?
It's like borderline pressure.
Now, before her arm was like this. Now her arm is like that. I'm isolating more the tricep. Now, do you want closer to the elbow or closer to the shoulder?
Elbow.
Okay, what about right there?
Yeah.
How's that?
It's tender.
Now, I got a reinforced back of hand. How's this?
It's a little painful.
You too much?
Yeah.
Okay. Towards the shoulder or towards the elbow?
Doesn't matter at this point.
Too much.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I was trying to show like knee stuff to get you off your hands a little bit more so. If I want to come in and use my forearm, can I do that in that original junction right here? Sure. But the thing is, you're already doing that all day. I'm trying to give you another option to use your knee. Now, can I come in and work on this guy here, same way? What's that right there?
It's good.
Is that too much?
No.
Okay, now, to the shoulder, to the elbow.
Shoulder.
There.
Yeah.
Now, up or down? Up or down?
Up.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. How's that?
Oh, yeah,
Good. Now, how's this?
yeah.
Can you straighten your arm for me? You give me the finger if you want. I infuse humor into my pain because it like helps people deal with whatever is going on.
Yeah.
And what happens if you rotate?
Feels really good.
Ah, she like that. So I'm gonna rotate it this way. It's hard to catch on camera, but it's okay. We'll do this about 9 million times. It feels good there?
Yeah.
Not too much at your elbow?
No.
How's it down
I like it.
or up?
I like
Down?
it down more, yeah.
That way?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Numbness.
This. It's like they're all frozen. I'm just gonna slowly back off. And in her case, it did it again, but it'll restore really quickly. As blood flow is returned back to her arm. Oh, look at this shit. Good God. Now it's just like gumby, gumby, gumby. But I can usually continue working on this for quite some time. You can change the position and angle, you know, depending on what's going on with their shoulder joint. You just don't want to hyperextend at the elbow. Adding the towel in to kind of dampen the pressure is really nice. We also didn't get into teres. Every massage therapist says they love this. They love this. They love this. Then when I go into infraspinatus, they love this right here. They absolutely love this. Then when I go into like serratus anterior and all this, they love being prison shanked right here. So you guys want to do the tricep? Yeah. We have a lot of issues as therapists up through this area because the way we're stabilizing the head of our humerus. Thank you for letting me know. Does that side feel better?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
What is that?
The first steps. So like, see, like, I guess it's
I can do it. I can do it. Actually, is there any way we can, let's move that wrist to
Borrow your towel.
Sure. Please do.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I really, really appreciate the fact that you guys let me talk about that regulation stuff and didn't get like angry at me over it. Those are things that I constantly butt up against. And I want to teach people and I want to give them education and information, even if they're not licensed, so they can just help people. But when we hit those regulatory challenges and marketing challenges, like it gets real frustrating to me. So for this, you could do this from this angle. I think it works better, this little well. I think it works better when the hips are facing up that way. And then you come in to the inside right here, because you've got a mound, it's like to be able to build valley right here to sit. When I come in this way, and it's not wrong, I will do it this way. I don't think it sits quite as well. But you give me feedback when you try to feel it.
Just pressure.
So you can do it passive or you can do it active, depending on what she wants.
Down is
I think
more
you're gonna do it actually.
tender. Up, but down is more tender.
Yeah, it's that way.
Yeah, no.
How about right there?
That feels good, right there.
It's okay.
No
Down is
medium.
worse.
Right there, and set it there. Or
Yes.
pressure.
What should I be doing? Stretching. Or is it just compression?
Just compression. That's good, I can feel it in my fingertips. Uh-huh.
How's that pressure?
You can apply more.
Oh,
How about that?
that's funny. Sure, okay.
Now I felt-
So you
No
feel
pressure.
so like, it's like flattening one muscle out. A lot of pressure.
That rotator cuff junction, lots of people who work out regularly and massage therapists, horrible problems with infraspinatus.
Lower.
Horrible problems with
Yep. On my,
infraspinatus.
actually, on my arm. Maybe a bit.
Yeah, it feels really good right there.
There.
How's that?
Yeah, right there.
More, or does
Am I squishing it or square?
You
I
get
can't tell if it's making a noise weird.
I did the same
It's
thing.
like you're making it.
Can't tell when they're down.
it is you.
So receivers, if it's too much pressure, just let them know. We're learning, and we're learning how to feel with our knees, so.
Robert, I have a question.
Yeah.
So if it feels good on the pressure,
So are you okay?
but I feel the tingling down my hand,
You feel what on your
but
hand?
I feel the tingling down my hand, is
Yeah.
it okay to keep adding more pressure?
Yes. So typically what will happen is this, is if you feel referred pain and that referred pain is so intense that you gotta back off. I would back off on the pressure wherever they're pressing. If the pressure where you're making contact is too much and they feel pain, I would back off as well. Either the referred pain or the place where I'm making contact. What I do is when you feel that buzzing, you see how this all froze up? Yeah, she just goes into ataxia. She's just more susceptible to it. That's going to slowly go away. It's a totally normal process. Now here's the thing, if you went to massage school and said, Robert told us to work on people's rotator cuff and make their hands go easy. Like basically you're occluding, I guess you could say it.
Mm-hmm.
You're cutting off the circulation.
It's a tourniquet. Now why do I not call it a blood stop?
Because
Scare
blood still
people.
goes.
Well, because Americans will freak the hell out because they're like, dude, I don't want you stopping my blood, I need that. But if I call it a tourniquet, why do people not respond that way?
So that's this.
Because a tourniquet is how you save people's lives.
So then it sounds like I'm in a war and you're trying to save my life.
Yeah, so like when I come in, basically what it does is
Yeah.
we're working on soft tissue. I'm not really going in trying to affect cardiovascular supply. But when I press on tissue and muscle unwinds and let goes, it affects arterial structures, cardiovascular structures, which means there's a little bit of a tourniquet formed at the top. She'll get that tingly numb. In her case, she'll go into ataxia. She knows that's a normal part of the process for her. She can buzz. Now, have you ever fallen asleep on your arm
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
and you wake up and it's like horribly
It
painful?
feels like it's not attached to you.
And you feel the blood start to, that's basically the same thing. Do people die because their arms go asleep? No. Yeah. Now, it is possible to do nerve damage from like using too deep pressure. I'll give you a quick story about my forearm extensors. The Time Massage Jam allows me to test stuff. It's a science lab. And Kira was at the Time Massage Jam one night, and I was having her work on my forearm extensors, and she couldn't quite use enough pressure. So I was like, Kira, I was on my mat. I was like, sit down and put your ischial tuberosity right here. And she sat down, and I was like, I felt like crazy referred pain down in my wrist and then into my fingers. And I was like, okay, you're perfect. You know what's going on. Just breathe. Just relax. And I finally, it was so intense because she's just sitting. She's not working. She's just sitting. And I took a big breath and relaxed. The muscle unwound, and I went, Kira, get off. Kira, get off. Get off my arm. And I literally, like my hand was like this, and I was going, open your hand.
You okay?
Yeah. I did thumbs
And I'm
up,
like,
and
oh
then
my
I got
God.
crazy.
Like I literally almost not use my
Oh,
right
okay,
hand.
cool.
I could not I could close it,
I was like, never
but I could
mind.
almost not open
Oh, wow.
my right hand because the pressure on my forearm extensors was so deep, it pressed on a nerve, either, like running through there, right?
Yeah.
Now, the flexors don't seem to respond the same way. It's a little more forgiving. The extensors, it's like there's not a lot of space in here for that nerve to move around, so it just put too much pressure on it. When I did research on it, there's a thing called honeymooner's palsy and Saturday night palsy. Guess what the Saturday night palsy is? The guy goes to a bar, gets totally trashy, drunk, and falls asleep over a bar stool, and like wakes up and can't use his arm because he was drunk and he just pressed on a nerve. It's a temporary thing. It usually goes away. Honeymooner's palsy, years ago, honeymooners would go out for the first time and have their wonderful wedding night. They would fall asleep in each other's arms and then wake up and their arms didn't work because they had pressed on a nerve for too long. I essentially did that on my forearm extensors. Now, the reason I had her do it to me is because I was testing the edges and I'd rather hurt me than somebody else. Because I'm the guy, I know what's going on. She kind of freaked out, but I'm like, it's fine, it'll go away. And in a day or two, it just slowly dissipated. So flexors can take it, extensors, not so much. Did I take her arm and dig right in here, really, really deeply?
No.
Now, why would I not do that?
what has the nerve system?
It's not even the artery, it's the nerve.
The nerve.
Yeah. So sometimes, here's what I'll do to avoid
Let's go down.
what essentially is the ulnar nerve. What's the ulnar nerve? You hit your elbow?
The one on the
Mm,
side.
So I can find it on some people, it'll be very superficial, I can find it and flick it. I'll find it and flick it, and they'll.
Good.
Now, the reason I flick it is to show them that I know where it is, so I can press nearby on muscle, but avoid the nerve. It's to make them feel safe with me stimulating it without them feeling like I'm going to harm them. Does that make sense? Yeah.
That's good right there.
Good, we'll go down some more? You wanna stay right here?
How we doing?
That's really good.
So how do you simulate the ulnar nerve?
Not like when you Robert did it. Cause you're smaller, probably a little less.
Kind of flicky.
Less,
Still kind of the leg.
surface.
So I'll kind of do that sometimes
And
to
straight
find
down.
it and stimulate it. Is that right there? Yeah. And then what I'll do is I can go above it,
Yeah.
or I can go
So
below
they're
it.
smaller and
Pretty safely. But the reason I would stimulate it occasionally is just to almost like find it, so I can go, okay, because I can work around it without pressing on it directly. I wouldn't want to do deep compression right there, because actually that's good. Yeah, I actually could do a little bit of nerve damage that way. And when I say nerve damage, I don't mean like it's you have forever. I mean, it was just like I did where you hurt that nerve, and your body went, like seized up.
Fun?
I don't know what the pain science community would say about that.
I don't know either.
I know they love chiropractic adjustments. So they love that. Man, they
Yeah, they
love
have
high velocity thrusting.
They
If
have
there's
a lot to say
if there's
about
any,
that.
anything the pain science community loves, is chiropractic.
Yeah. I didn't feel that one.
Not.
Very much so.
Not.
Oh, dude, they fucking loathe
No,
chiropractors.
they hate chiropractics.
Baby crackers and
So
whatever.
who is the pain science community?
It's a bunch of people who are just interested in.
A bunch of very scientific elitists.
Yeah, it's, cause you get a whole bunch of different people, you get some chiropractors who are
Including
like,
me.
Yeah.
chiropractors who are like trying to get away from traditional chiropractic thinking, you've got like, what's that, PTs, there's actually not a whole lot of massage therapists.
Hey, how you doing there?
that-
Listen, we're doing a table time, our afternoon class, afternoon portion. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I just wanted to stream this on Twitch and try out the platform. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yeah, I am on the Facebook group, I can tell you the names of it. And I'm done, but it doesn't hurt funny, like, they're trying to take everything
So-
that one massage and like slam it on
I'll
it.
give you a quick introduction. I talked to Walt Fritz. Walt says, Robert, pain science doesn't change anything about what we do.
Right.
It changes why we think it works that way.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool, thanks, Walt.
Yes.
Stay right there.
I was totally like, I'm on board. I'm totally on board. Makes
How's
sense.
that pressure do?
I go into dermoneuromodulating.
I was saying that.
DNM, dermoneuromodulating. Do your clients want to buy dermoneuromodulating?
A little more?
No. Do you want Jocelyn?
They're like, what is this and
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jocelyn.
So I watched that
Yeah, I
group
know.
for 3 weeks to a month because I'm trying to learn more information.
Yeah.
I got no information I could use whatsoever. And I went in and I said, hey guys, listen.
Right there. Right there.
No.
I've been working for years and I'm trying to update my thinking in regards to pain science. I'm understanding from conversations that there seem to be radical
Yes.
changes in what we think of as pain science in like the past 30 years. Can you give me any books or articles that you think are kind of like must reading for pain science so I can kind of update? Diane Jacobs, who wrote the book Dermoneuromodulating, she's a Canadian physio, came in. She was the first one to comment. She said, were you born yesterday?